Good morning, folks. So here we are, our first morning out at the lake. Everybody's still sleeping, just me and Belinda are up. I think Belinda's making us some coffee, so we should have a cup of coffee in the hand shortly. It's about 8 a.m. and it's an absolutely beautiful day at the lake. Just have a look at this. Look at that. So this is the view. Oh, Storm is also up, the dog. It's a friend's dog. Like, you got the mountain and you can see lots of bugs. Linda doesn't like bugs that much, but hey, they're not too bad. It is so calm and peaceful out here. And the dog's always in the water trying to catch the little minnows. Fun. And then over there, I don't know if you can see that, there's like a resort on the other side of the lake. It's a big resort. Apparently they own all the properties around the lake except for the one that we are in. Over the years they kind of bought them all up. See if we can go make a turn there a little later, take the bicycles and ride around. And then this is where we are. Look at the mountains. This is amazing. And there's the cabin. You hear birds sing and the water slosh, and it's just really beautiful. We were last night we were out here. We had a gas fire where we were just, like, you know, sitting around the fire till it got dark, which is around 9:30 at night. And then, oh, you see all the beer cans lying there. Don't worry, we're messing. We had so much fun yesterday. We have a BB gun. Friends brought a BB gun, so we were target shooting with a BB gun with all the kids, trying to hit beer cans. Turned into quite a competition. They all loved it. So yeah, that was good fun. But for the rest, I think, you know, imagine, I mean, let's face it, our view out there in Vancouver is also beautiful when we sit there at night or we wake up in the morning and you look out over the sound and or the inlet and Stanley Park and, you know, everything there. I mean, it is amazing. But over there you've got a lot of noise because you've got all the cars and the highway and, you know, it's the city, so there's stuff going on. Over here it is so quiet. I mean, there's almost no sound, just natural sounds. So this lake is actually quite far away from, you know, it's only about 97 kilometers from Lillooet, but it's a dirt road, a gravel road, and it's a very narrow, windy road, so it's about a 1.5 hour, 2 hour drive away from Lillooet. Most beautiful drive. I mean, scenic. You go through the mountains and you've got this a large part of it, you're driving next to the hydroelectric dam. It's absolutely amazingly beautiful. But yeah, where we are right now, I guess we're about at least an hour and a half away from anything. So you don't just pop out and go and buy yourself something you forgot, you know, oh, we're going to go get some eggs or anything. No, you are out in the wild. Now look at the little ducks. The duck family coming past. Yeah, so you are out in the wild. Apparently, I haven't seen it yet. The plane is not here, but there's a float plane that lands on that end of the lake, and that's the guy that brings in most of the most of the stuff from to here. So groceries, and also fly in. He also flies in guests for the hotel and for places around here. But it's cool. I mean, you sit out here and you start realizing how small we really are, and also how small our problems really are, you know. It's an interesting thing. There's this one, I don't know who it was, one psychologist, a modern psychologist, apparently he was asked what's the most important thing. If he could just tell the whole world one thing that would make the biggest change in everybody's lives, you know, make it better, what would it be? And he thought a little bit about it, and then he said, the one thing I want to tell everybody is that whatever is in your mind at the moment is not as important as it seems. And that's such a true saying. You know, the reality is that our minds are actually, I mean, we've got brilliant minds, brilliant brains, but they are actually also quite predictable. You know, you can have at one time in your mind only about 8 different things, they reckon, in your conscious mind, not your subconscious. And those 8 different thoughts, you know, are also tiered. So you have, you know, they some of them get more attention. And I think the thing that we all need to understand is that it's very easy to think about something and to start ruminating and making a lot more of it than it really is. You know, the thing that's in your mind is never as important as it seems it is. But the reality is that when you are thinking of something and it occupies your mind, because it's one of 8 things that's in your mind, and especially if it's at the top of the list, you tend to think that it is super important. Your brain starts applying more importance to it than it really has. And you know, I think that's the cause of most of our strife in this world these days. You know, whether you're going to get vaccinated or not vaccinated, there's no reason to get aggro about it. But people stick that thing in their minds, and then they start going, oh, this is so important, and then they ruminate and they repeat it over and over to themselves, and whatever's in their mind start growing in stature, and it becomes this huge giant thing. What we should all do is just relax and remember that something that's super important for you because you're thinking about it is probably not for the person next to you, because if they're not thinking about it, you know, it doesn't occupy their mind, and if it doesn't occupy their mind, it has no importance to them. It's not an easy answer, but it is what it is, eh? We all just need to take a step back, and when we get mad about something, or we get aggro, or we feel like something is really, really bad, just take a step back and look at the bigger picture and decide how important it really is. You know, look at it from the outside. Anyway, the ramblings of a early riser on the side of a lake. You guys must have a good one. Cheers.